All right, this is a quick unboxing of the Tank Duel Expansion, the very first one, North Africa. So if you're not familiar with Tank Duel, it's from GMT, and the idea was a board game / card game that was rapid, that gave you the feel of the video game called War on Tanks. I've never played that game, but I got a buddy of mine, actually a wargaming buddy, that retired and loves it. He talks about it all the time. Mike Berticelli is the designer, and also I've got the Tank Pack 1. If you want to see that unboxing, you can go look at that in the same place as my videos as they come out. We'll get the shrink wrap off and we'll get rid of some of this glare in a second. That'll help. But you can see, obviously, we're going to be in North Africa. There'll be tank. These are cardboard cards that we'll get to, and the cards that are fast playing through, where you read different areas of the card to tell you if you've hit or if you've done damage or whatnot. But let's get this out of the shrink, see if we can get her out here without knocking the camera around too much. And all right, we'll get this out. Let's see here. All right, let's get this lid off. Very thick. All right, we got a rules sheet here. So non-glossy, which you can tell because I lost my glare right away. All right, let's see. No page count on the back, but some little helper things. There's a Robota Rules. 23 pages. The Robota Rules they're referring to here is GMT1. Jason Carr has been running this phenomenal, I don't know what to call it, segment of GMT where they really work on making games solo friendly, solo playable. All right, we'll flip through. I'm losing my voice here, but you'll see the cards here will drive the action. Again, I'll come back and do a review of this. Can't wait. It's funny, there was a lull because of the shipping problems, and then a bunch of games came in all at once, which is awesome. I'm not complaining. But you can see GMT does a very nice job with the, I forget what, the layout is 6.1 or 6.0's anti-tank guns, 7.0's infantry, so you just know you can go refer to a section if you're looking for a particular thing. We do have color rules with some breakouts, tanks by year as they were available, and then there should be scenarios in this. Yes, so here we roll all into the scenarios. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lays everything out. How many do we have? Scenario 6. Then we go into scenario, was that 7 down there? Yep, they keep rolling. Scenario 10. So you can see it's actually a very quick game to learn once you are familiar with the card play, which I'll show in again a full review, but you'll get a chance to see the cards here. Beautiful counters. How easy did these punch out? Let me punch out. White one here. Yep, easy, no problem. Rounded corners. Gorgeous. We're going to keep moving through these fairly quickly, get them to the right way. So you can see we have different types of rounds. Flip side. We will come back to these cards, and there are a bunch. So look at how many we're going to be going over here in a second. We'll come back to that. So we got our boxed here. We'll come back to that sooner than I thought. We've got the battle cards, which I will get out of the shrink here in a second. And here are our cards that will show you kind of, again, in a full review, I'll go in how these work. Here, we're just going to take a quick look at them. All right, we'll show some battle cards first. And I may also end up showing a couple just pictured off to the side, depending on how clear this shows up. But these are almost all battle cards until we get down to some of the AT guns. So we'll look at those in a second. But again, you can just see there's multiple different pieces of information on the cards. You'll be reading based on what phase of a turn or an attack you're in. But you can see the viewport is a big factor as well. And again, I will come back and cover that in a future review. I do have my first review of the very first game in the Tank Duel system. I've already reviewed, so you may be familiar with it as well. But again, this is just flipping through, showing you the cards, kind of the beautiful layout that's set up here, and the way the information is displayed. If you played, oh boy, back, well, Title Bout, you would flip a card and look at different parts of the card based on where you're at. So that was a, oh shoot, I'm going to forget, is it Trundle? How am I forgetting his name? We've even chatted. So, but, all right, so there's those. Let's look at what these, leave that one down there. So these are Axis guns, and there's Allied. Let's see what the reverse is. So we can see we've got Russian information that's here. The picture of the gun. Very nice. All right. Well, let me get to this other set of cards that's here. So bring these over. What is this? Okay, here they come. Hill 28. We got a minefield card, so there's some different stuff probably that you'll add in based on maybe scenarios. I don't know. What do we got here? Night Rules reference. Huh. Okay. So maybe just reference cards, North African weather reference, and dust reference. Okay. Infantry cards displaying the infantry that would be out and about causing you trouble. There's, I see a Panzer IV, a Piat, I always say it wrong, and a bazooka, no, of course the anti-tank rifle. I was getting ready to say bazooka, not. Scenario cards, okay, we'll come to those in a second. What do you have? Russian armored fighting vehicles, okay. AFVs, okay. What are these scenario cards? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Get those out. Let me show the actual tank cards. The tank you'll be driving. All right, I've taken the paper strapping off of both those sets. You can see we're dealing with quite a large amount. Let me get these framed in. All right, I've zoomed in so we can get a better look at these. These will be double-sided as I go, so you can get the look. I'll kind of narrate a little bit as we go. M4A2 Sherman III, 75mm gun here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Please do pause the screen if you want to take a closer look at something. The Cruiser 40mm gun. All right. The Sherman again, and Cruiser again. You can see some nice stuff here. Okay. Again, a little different paint scheme. What do we have? The A1? No, M4A2. Okay. Oh, all right. Sorry. What do we got? No, same gun. Okay, I don't know. Maybe just different paint scheme. Somebody will know if there's a difference there. Here's a Valentine Mk. All right. Flip her over. I think I saw the M3 under there. Nice. Oh yeah, M3 Grant. So you had the heavier 75mm gun, which was not a bad gun for the time, but it had a limited traverse, and it was actually kind of in its own left and right, but in the hull of the tank, whereas the turret had a 37mm gun. Obviously not enough punch for the time, and I believe the armor was not very good, but it definitely filled in a pinch. The Matilda Mk, 40mm gun. All right, should be the exact same thing going with this card here. A12. Crusader Mk 2, 40mm gun. And the Valentine. Let's see what we got here. Crusader. Valentine. You've seen it. All right, the Marder. I actually like the Marder a lot. I know it's open, so it had an open Gun area for the crew to work. Whoops. There we go. Panzer Mark IV. 75mm gun. Oh, very cool. Armored car. Let's see what we got here. Panzer IV. Again, we'll just keep moving through these. Marder II. Panzer III. 50mm gun. Huh. Semovente. So we got an Italian gun or tank here. I'm very unfamiliar with their vehicles. Okay, Panzer IV, but with the 75mm infantry support gun, I believe. Interesting. Same card. M13. Last one. And there we go. Thank you.